we are, just the two of us. If Patreon's your thing, check out the link in the description below. You won't be disappointed. Trust me. Check it out. Bit of Cowboy Kent.
Yes.
Not done him for a while, have we?
We haven't, no.
Hey? We're getting back into cooking as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing some cooking next week. I'm gonna make a Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah.
I've ordered all the equipment that I need, and I've got the ideas what I'm gonna do behind it. And watch out for that. It's gonna come next week. Philly cheesesteak. Daz edition.
Yeah.
See how I do. See if I can make that perfect one that they do in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
That no one else can do in the UK. I was getting close.
Yep.
But let's see how I do with it.
Yeah.
This is a burrito, another one of my favourites. I love burritos.
Stuffed burrito.
Grande stuffed burrito with steak, bacon, and cheese. You can't go wrong with this.
I know.
This is ideal. Let's go.
That was 8.3 on the Richter scale when that burrito hit that cutting board. And what is it? Steak and bacon in there with onions and diced jalapenos, a cheese sauce that's poured over it, wrapped over it, and fried. Whew, biggest, best burrito you've ever seen. Ooh, my goodness, we're talking.
Do you know what I don't like about a
Grande
burrito?
Bacon.
I don't like when it's stuffed with loads of rice. That's what makes it really stodgy and heavy,
Yeah,
and that one's not. So I'm looking forward to this
Yeah, I know
one.
what you mean. It's more of a almost like a quesadilla type sort of filling sort of thing.
No, because quesadillas don't have rice inside
No,
them.
no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's I like the rice and I like
Yeah.
the black beans and everything else that goes in. I like a stuffed burrito, like thick, really weighs a ton when
Yeah,
it's
it
when
does,
it
yeah.
comes. When I order from the Mexican, it always comes and it's like I pick it up and I go, that's it. I know,
Yeah.
I can tell by the weight it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Steak burrito, which really translates into Okie as honking big. You ain't never gonna eat it all. You ain't even got a plate big enough to put it on. You know, I've eaten a lot of burritos in my life. Going down the road when I was guiding hunters, rodeoing, and you go in and most of them burritos was like this. And I stopped one time at Taco Bell and I said, I want your biggest burrito you got. And it come out there and it's about like that. And I'm thinking, I can't get full on that. So I'm thinking I'm gonna create the Muy Grande, great big one. And it's got a lot of cheese, a lot of meat, got a little spice to it for a little kick. Whew. You wrap that all up, you can serve 3 people out of this burrito. It is what I call a happy meal. Now, when we go to talking about a burrito, you know, there's shredded meat in there. Sometimes you get like ground meat in one. But I'm talking about we're going to use some steak and put in here. Now, today I'm using sirloin, and I'm probably using, I'd say, maybe 7 ounces at the most. But I cut it in strips, pretty thin, because sirloin, when I went to looking what I could put in here, was cheaper than skirt, cheaper than flank, cheaper than New York strip. So I'm thinking this is going to be a bargain because I'm trying to keep the price down for y'all to where you can serve 3 people instead of going up to the drive-up window. So when I get this sirloin all sliced up really good, just like I wanted it, then I'm going to mix a marinade that's going to go in it. And y'all have seen me use lime juice so many times. But the citric acid in the lime breaks down connective tissue in meat, which translates to it's going to be tender. Squeeze a whole juice of 1 lime down in that little deal, and then we're going to add some liquid smoke and some Worcestershire. Now be careful with that liquid smoke. It's sort of like nitroglycerin. You don't need much. And do not ever directly put it on meat that you're going to cook or something, because you're just going to have an overwhelming one spot that tastes like smoke. Always mix it in with a marinade, or if you're going to brush it on something, mix it with water, stir it up, and then brush it on there. You'll get an even coating. So I'm going to take this steak and I'm going to season it really well with our mesquite seasoning. Now, I like the mesquite because it's got a little ancho chili in there and that good mesquite smoke flavor that's going to come about it. People ask, is it hot? No, it's not a hot, spicy seasoning, but it brings about so much flavor to this. Put that meat in that liquid and just toss it back and forth, round and round. Put the lid on it. I'll even give it a little shake. We're going to let it set for 1 hour because I want it to be even more tender than it already is. While that's marinating, we need to make us some cheese sauce because I want to see that cheese run all through that burrito. And hey, we did this before on our Philly cheesesteak video. If you want to go back and watch that, just that's cheese sauce. What it is a great blend of cheese, shredded cheese and cream cheese. And we mix this together, add a few spices in there. So today we're going to kick it up a notch because y'all know I like to do that. And we're going to use the red chili roast from our good friends at the Fresh Chili Company. Just add a little dab in that cheese, get it all mixed well, and whew, it'll make a great cheese sauce. We're just going to mix it up, set it aside, keep it warm till we're ready to use it. let me give you a little tip when you're frying bacon, especially out here on this Blackstone, and you got the press on it. All you got to do is flip one side up and look, then you ain't got to mess with all of them. Well, I took me 4 pieces of good thick cut bacon and laid out there. Even put a bacon press on them because I want them to lay flat. Fried them up till they're good and crispy on both sides, slid them over there to the side on the warm spot, and then I took me 1 jalapeno and half of a white onion, and I diced them both up really well. And that bacon grease, that is the sweetest stuff of all. Dump them right there on it, stir them around there, probably cook them for 2 to 3 minutes, making sure that you flip them every once in a while, because we want them to caramelize and get that sweetness that the onion's going to bring about, but get them tender too. I slid them over to keep them warm. Now it's time to start on that steak. Now make sure that you get that bacon grease back over here that you got left over, because that meat wants some of it too. And I'm just going to lay it right here. Ooh, that is a pretty sound it is. It won't take long because you can see how thin I cut these. But you know, when you get a burrito and they call it steak burrito, a lot of time it's chopped up and shredded so fine, you don't know where it's at or even where it come from. So I like a little bite in my meat, so that's why we cut them about this way. We'll get them browned up on both sides, slide them over here. The process will continue.
Cheese sauce.
Yeah.
This is going to go faster than a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. Make sure all your product is ready to go. It is fixing to be game time. Let's get after it, you want to? 2 of them big honking tortillas. Now I've turned this heat down on low over here. I just want to let them warm up on that other side right there because I just need them just a tad warm. It's been out here in the coolness and I can feel them through my hand. They are warm, so we're going to flip. Got a little of that bacon grease, it won't hurt. Now, I'm not using 2 and putting them like this. I am using 2 and we're going to create as a seam right here. But to create that seam, ain't but one thing I know is that holds things really well. And what is that? Some of that American cheese slice. Just put it right there. Let's put this right back here so we can get this in place. And you can see if them tortillas begin to really puff up, take your knife, fork, whatever, just poke a hole in them here, there, and yonder so you can let that air of them. But what we need to do now is we need to come back with some cheese. Now leave you some room on the end because we've got to fold them ends. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. We need to warm these corn tortillas also. So I'm going to put this right here and let them warm up a little. Now that may be getting a little hot there. And if you need to, slide it down here to the cool end while these are warming up. But we just want them good and warm to where they'll bond to that cheese also. You know, any of y'all ever laid carpet where you had a big piece of carpet and you had to seam the 2 edges together, you know, or sew it or use something that would hold it? That's what that cheese is under there. It is holding that seam. So them are about to get warm. We're going to put them right there on that end. Slide this back over here right where it was. Here comes what? The corn tortillas, Mage. Lay them in here. Come on across. If you have to overlap a little, it's just fine because there's a lot of goodness going on right here. There is. So here comes the bacon. Just lay them, try to keep them right here. It's 2 pieces per end there. They need to overlap also, that's okay, or you can put them on the inside. This piece is curled up, and if you find one like that, you give it to the hound right there. You want everything to lay straight, you do. So there is that. Remember we call this a steak burrito? That's what's happening right here, some steak. I'm gonna scoop up these jalapeno and onions, pour it right over there over that meat, then I'm gonna pour that cheese sauce over it, then I'm gonna fold it up, fry it, and then we're gonna eat it.
Small ones then. I thought, is he going to shove them on the in the middle?
Mine never rolls like that.
Well, there you go, folks. Should probably have a warning label over here and a sign you might see in the highway says heavy load coming your way. Because I mean, There's some poundages in here. There is. Now, I'll give you a tip right quick. When you're cooking them tortillas, you get everything set ready to go. Make sure you're on low heat. And if you have to move them to the cool side as you're assembling this, do it. Because I was nearly too late. Gets a little crispy. They get hard to roll up. So make sure you pay attention to that. I've been waiting on this for a while.
Yeah, I've got these.
Oh my gosh.
It's a different kitchen he's using there.
Yeah, it is.
Normally see.
I'm going to tell you right now, to me, the winner is what? The bacon, the meat, and the cheese sauce. That cheese sauce that we made and then added that red roast chili to it that they make out there at the Fresh Chili Company. Whew, a little bite in there sort of bites you in the back of the tongue. Be sure and check them folks out at Fresh Chili. They got a lot of products and they got different heat levels, so you'll be okay. But I've had a lot of help, so I need to feed them right quick before they bite me. Dooker, Lou, don't hit the camera as you're walking through. Meiji, woo-woo, whew. Folks, get you some help. Make this, get all your stuff out there before you assemble, because it can be a train wreck if you ain't ready. It really can. I'll tip my hat, but before we do that, we got our new flag there. I want to thank Jim for making that. That is a piece of art and a masterpiece it is.
It's wooden.
But it is with great pride, privilege, and honor that I tip my hat to all our servicemen and women and all the veterans that have been keeping that old flag flying no matter where we be. Rest of you, get on up in here quick. I'm going to lay my hat down because I'm going to give you a double burrito hug. God bless you each and every one, and I'll see you down the what? The Muy Grande steak and bacon burrito.
Yeah, I'm going to have a go at making them.
Yeah.
Because that's but the only thing I'm not sure about on there, the only thing that's like making me think.
The bacon.
No, the bacon, no. But I could live with bacon on it. I'm not a massive bacon fan, but I can live with it. Do you know, sort of thing. It probably adds that extra flavour taste you need. Is the sliced cheese.
Why?
I'm just not sure. I think it's. I just think it'll add that too. I think it might be a bit too cheesy.
No,
with the sliced cheese on it.
If you think about it, it's not like a cheese slice like cheddar cheese where it's strong. It's just like the
American
rubber cheese.
Yeah.
It's like
it's more of a glue,
you got
innit?
on a burger, so there's not really that much taste. You just
He's using it more of a glue, but I'm just thinking it might be a little bit too cheesy. I know people say you can't have enough cheese on anything.
No, but what I'm saying
I kind of agree with that.
It's like when you have a cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste cheesy because it's
I know what
just
you mean.
it's like that rubber cheese.
But if you've got the cheese sauce in there, I'm not sure if you need that unless it's working more as a glue.
Yeah.
Type thing.
I think you need it in there.
But yeah, I'll put my own twist on mine anyway, sort of thing for burritos because I do like burritos. But it looks good that.
Yeah, it does. Looks delicious.
Definitely have a go at that as well as a Philly cheesesteak. See how it comes out.
Yeah.
And if anyone's got any recipes for me to have a go at, let me know. We'll try and do it. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Cheers.